Assalamualaikum everybody, this is Ali Raza and I welcome you all in my channel Blended Learning with Ali Raza. We already have started the topic of the variation of O levels, and that was the first topic that we started, and that was the pet question in paper 1 also. Fine. So this is the sequential part, the last part of the topic of the variation, in which we will be discussing applying the K method in the inverse proportions. Fine. So one thing you need to consider that K method will be only applicable if it will be given in the question that the first variable is directly or inversely proportional to the second variable. Like in, let's exemplify this. It's given y is inversely proportional to x. So the key word here is inversely proportional. It's already given in the question. Because of this statement, we will be using the K method. Fine. So let's take the values. Let's suppose the values of x and y. Let's suppose x is 10 and the value of y is 5. Now you need to find out the value of x is, let's suppose, 2, and value of y we need to find. For using the inverse proportion, the K method in the inverse proportion, the narration will be x, it's given y is inversely proportional to x, so y will be inversely proportional to x. It will be proportional to 1 over x. In the inverse form, you are supposed to divide the second variable by 1. You are supposed to write down 1 over the value, right? So again, the same pattern. In order to find out the value of, in order to find out the equation connecting x and y, you need to get rid of this proportional sign. For that, you need to replace proportional sign with the sign of equality by placing a constant of proportionality, that will be k in this method. Because of this k, we have the method named K method. Fine. So y equals k by x. The first step was, like in the direct proportion, the first step is the same thing. You need to find out the value of k. For that, you need to use these values when both of the values of x and y will be given to you. So x was 10 and y is 5. I'm just placing the values in this equation. Y equals 5, k I'm finding out, and the value of x is 10. Just cross multiply 10 on the other side, it will become 50. The value of k is 50. Now in all of the upcoming parts of k of the same question, we will be using the same value of the k, right? Okay. Using the same equation again, y equals k by x. The value of x was 2, and we need to find out the value of y by using the same value of k. I'm just placing the values. Value of y I am finding out. The value of k was 50 and the value of x is 2. Again, little bit mental math, because we already have discussed that this is the paper 1 concept, and definitely the calculator will not be allowed in paper 1. Right? So 25 times r. So the value of y will be 25. Let's take another example. In this question, it is given y is inversely proportional to x square. So it's given that it's inversely proportional. Because of this statement, we will be using K method. Fine? Okay. Let's have the data. The value of x, let's suppose, is given to you, it's 10, and the value of y is 1. These two values will be used to find out the value of k. Then you are supposed to find out the value of x when value of y is 4. Fine? So let's form the equation. Y is inversely proportional to x square. It can be written as x square. Because of this inversely proportional, I have to write down 1 by x square. Fine? First step was to get rid of this proportional sign by replacing this with sign of equality by using a sign, the constant of proportionality, that basically is called k. Because of that k, we have this k method name of this method also. So I am using y equals k by x square. Now we need to find out the value of this k. The value of y was 1, k you are supposed to find out, and the value of x is 10. Taking a square on it. Because x is having a square, the square will remain as it is. 10 square means 100. You need to find out the value of k. Simply multiply this 100 on the other side and you will be having the value of k. Now in all of the remaining parts of the question you will be using the same value of k. And one thing you need to consider, this is very important thing. If this value of k is wrong, your upcoming all of the parts will have the same error in it. Fine. So if you are very lucky, then you might be getting a ECF mark or the follow through mark in the upcoming parts. But there are a lot of examples in the marking schemes that you don't have it. So that basically is the gray area. You need to be very much careful in finding out the value of k. Now we will be using this value of k in order to find out the value of x. Using the same relationship again, y equals k by x square. Y is 4, k is 100 and x square. I need to find out the value of x square. Simply multiply this x square on that side and bring this 4 on this side. It can be written as 100 by 4, x square equals 25. Now we need to find out the value of x. So in order to get rid of this square, you need to take the square root on both sides. So x will be equals to 5. So that was all about regarding the k method of the inverse proportions. Hope so you got the concept right. And do ask in case of confusions. Please do subscribe my channel and press the bell icon also. And do suggest the next topic, and inshallah we will be making the videos on your suggested topics. Fine. Till then, Allah Hafiz, take care and bye bye.